All right, we're back to talk about how to strap down that motorcycle, and you may find ways to attach it to your truck or attach it to your trailer, different tie down points, all of that. And that's really not what I'm talking about, the trailer or the truck. I'm going to talk about that a tiny bit, but the motorcycle. Well, let's talk about this piece of equipment right here. This strap, which seems like it's a really cool idea. A little place for your handlebars to go. These slide over the handlebar, and then you got a strap here that straps down. When you pull on these, it gets tighter, and so it won't come off the handlebars. These are a really, really bad idea. Never tie anything down to your handlebars, guys. Never, ever, ever tie anything down to your handlebars, except for yourself. You can hold on to those handlebars, but the handlebars are not meant to hold the entire motorcycle and all the leverage that's going to be put on that motorcycle when you hit a bump, or if that trailer turns over, your truck turns over. Huge bumps will bend your bars. So I've been doing this for as a dealership for over 6 years, and I have had truckers that bring in bikes and they've tied them down, a delivery from, say, across the state, and they bring in a bike that's been tied down by the handlebars, and nearly every time the handlebars are bent, and so I have to replace the handlebars, and that's an expensive thing. Some motorcycles, that can be your $400 or $500 on a cheap, a cheaper expensive dirt bike. It can still be over $100. You don't want to tie anything down to the handlebars. Now that we've gotten away from that, this is not the place to tie down your bike. You can, if you've got these bars here attached really, really well to your bike. These are meant to absorb the entire weight of the bike when it falls over. So not just the weight itself, but the weight plus inertia. So these are really pretty good place to tie down your motorcycle if they're attached properly, and they've got to be a good quality one. If they're really chintzy bars, no. But the best place to tie down the front of your motorcycle, and let's see if we got to start. The easiest way for me to demonstrate this is to look at the dirt bike. So the lower triple clamp, I'm going to grab a strap. Let's do it with the red one because you'll be able to see it really easily. So this part of the strap, let's see here, I'm going to show it to you. So we've got this tie down point and a strap. And if I can, let's see if we got this pointed up at the lower triple clamp. This strap goes around the triple clamp and back down. And this is how the motorcycle is now tied down, if you can see that. So around the triple clamp, back to this strap mounting point, and here. We're not going to scratch the triple clamp. We're not going to scratch the fork. We won't scratch that fender, and it comes straight down. Now your tie down point is down here. Okay, and it is attached to one of the strongest parts of the motorcycle. All right, you can do the same thing. Come around here to the KTM 1090. These are still pretty good examples because this can get difficult, guys, trying to find this piece. If I look up in here, that's where the triple clamp goes over, and I'm just going to feed the strap up through here. If you can see my fingers up in there, it comes back around there. Now that strap's going to come down here, and that tie down point's going to be right here. It's not going to interfere with my bike. It's not going to scratch my fork tube. The one thing here is if I strapped it this way, it's probably going to hit my my light. Now, likely I'm going to have it forward like this, so it's not going to do that. I could also tie it to the frame guard here. Now that's a good place. In the back of the bike, what's a good place in the back of a motorcycle strapped down? Well, on a dirt bike, you want to just grab it at the frame, okay? So there's a couple of points of the frame where you have the front part of the frame here, and the rear frame piece comes down this direction, and you want it around the front part of the frame. You don't want to attach it up here because these are usually aluminum. Sometimes they are a synthetic material around the aluminum part of the frame, or if it's a steel frame here. And really that's going to be the far back part of your bike. Don't put straps over the back of the bike like that. We don't need to compress the suspension that much. Anyway, so that's that. When it gets more difficult into street bikes, and I don't have one right now, but into a street bike, you're going to find that it's got a fork brace right across here. And you can use that fork brace to tie down the motorcycle from this point and down. Also, on most street bikes, you've got a set of foot pegs and the rear subframe, and that's a great place to attach your straps as close to the subframe as possible.